What if the real world was so broken that everyone decided to live inside a video game? A place where your skills, your gear, and your grind mean everything. Well, one player is about to change the game forever. It's 2045, Columbus, Ohio. The world is cooked. Everything outside looking like a side quest went wrong. But this is where we meet Wade Watts, a regular dude trying to make it out the stacks. Literally a bunch of trailers stacked on top of each other like someone tried to build Jenga housing. Try! He ain't got much, but when he puts on that headset, whole different story. In there, he's whoever he wants to be. This city might look dead, but at least they got drones dropping off your food. This feature better not come out, cause DJ Khaled will be having a blast.
The problem is this. I can eat like 5 of these back to back. No, on everything I love.
We ain't doubt you, gang. Wade spends most of his time in this old beat up van buried under a mountain of junk. That's his little setup. Headset on, gloves tight, and boom, he's in the Oasis using his avatar Parzival. Now, the Oasis isn't just some random game. Nah, this is the internet on steroids. You can go to school there, go shopping, go clubbing with an alien from Mars, be anyone or be anything you wanna be. You can even watch Deadass, you can do it all. And that's all thanks to the GOAT, James Holiday. Holiday was that classic genius type, smart, awkward, and looked like he hadn't touched sunlight since the early 2000s. But this man built the biggest digital world ever. And yes, it was better than Tron. Argue with your mama. Like, bro didn't just make a game, he made an entire universe where you could be whoever you wanted to be. But here's where it gets wild. Holiday dies, right? And instead of just passing his fortune to someone normal, Brody decides to turn his death into the biggest video game quest ever. He leaves behind a message saying whoever can find the 3 hidden keys in the Oasis, the Cooper key, the Jade key, and the Crystal key, will inherit all his money and full control of the Oasis itself. Basically a digital version of Willy Wonka's golden ticket, but with way more car chases and laser guns. Ever since then, the whole world's been hunting for these keys. They call them Gunters, short for egg hunters. And Wade, he's one of them. Even though dude's broke, he's been studying Holiday's entire life like it's an open book. Every movie, every game, every reference, bro's got it all memorized. The thing is, people been hunting for these keys for years, and nobody has found a single one. Like, bro's first clue dropped when he died, and ever since then, millions of people are out here grinding daily, and still not a single W. At first, people were hyped, school shut down, people quit their jobs, KD started brushing his hair, shit was just different. But after a while, folks started giving up. They said it was impossible, that Holiday probably took that secret to the grave. But not Wade, nah, my guy's built different. While everyone else is flexing their new skins and doing dance emotes, talking about 6, 7, he was studying, watching every old movie Holiday ever liked, reading every line from every piece of pop culture that man ever mentioned. Brody turned an obsession into a lifestyle. Did a lot of shit just to live this lifestyle. But it's not just regular players out here, there's also IOI, this massive evil corporation full of suits who only care about one thing, cheddar. They've got an entire army of players all hunting the same prize. If they win, they'll take control of Oasis and start charging people for stuff that's supposed to be free. Imagine having to pay a monthly fee just to respawn. I mean, it isn't that hard to imagine. I'm out here paying for plastic bags every time I go grocery shopping. And every time I tap my card on Apple Pay, they're out here hitting me with an extra surcharge. Like, bro, we're already fried. But even with all that chaos, Wade's not rolling solo. He's got a best friend, H. H is basically the ultimate ride or die in the Oasis. Wade finds him out on Planet Doom, basically the most dangerous spot in the whole game, but also the best place to rack up coin.
Tell him to bring me my money.
And H, my bro, was really cold with it. Man jumps up, Swiss cheeses Freddy Krueger, headshots the dude on the left, sending him straight to Valhalla, then obliterates this bat like it was light work. Nah, H was really like that. Out in the real world, nobody actually knows who anyone actually is. People are just friends inside the game. But I mean, who doesn't have that online friend they be rocking with and never seen? I got a few online friends I've been gaming with since 2015, and I've never seen them in real life yet. Shout out to all the online homies. They be the realest for real. Hey gang, I need you for this race.
Yeah, bet. Just hold on. I'm just trying to get this gregarious 120 real quick.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just Wade and H either. They had 2 more in the crew, Daito and Sho. The squad stayed grinding together, stacking coin and leveling up. See, the thing is, in Oasis, the more coin you make, the stronger your avatar gets. But if you die, it's wraps. You can respawn, sure, but you lose everything. All your gear, your money, your loot, gone. And people take this game serious, like dead serious. Folks out here treating it like it's real life. Like, look at this one dude, he tried to jump out the window. Like,
Daddy, chill.
But nah, for a lot of people, this wasn't a game anymore. This was their life. Nah, I can't even lie. If I was grinding and someone killed me and took all my loot, that would just be the biggest L. Cause I built that shit. Me. Brick by brick. So now we're at the big first challenge, the race. And I'm not talking your casual Mario Kart vibes. Nah, this is full on high speeds. Basically, the Oasis said, let's see who really wants this. The race kicks off and it's wild. People out here using every trick, glitch, and shortcut they know. And my boy Wade is focused, dodging lasers, smashing through obstacles, jumping off ramps, just trying not to lose everything in one wrong move. Like, this shit was not a game. Like, Brody here loses his whole head and all his bread. Like, this race was really saying, you really want Holiday's fortune? Prove it. It really wasn't about speed. It was more about brain, skills, and having the right crew backing you. Cause you ain't trying to fall out your whip and get... Damn. Free him. Oh my god, ain't no way. Is that a... Let's get back to the video. Let's get back to the video. So Wade spots this girl on a red bike, Artemis, and apparently she's some famous Twitch streamer. And people always say women are bad on the road, but Artemis out here smooth as hell.
Sensational.
Anyways, they make it past the first track, weaving through what looks like a goddamn T-Rex, and just when you think it's over, King Kong's on top of the fucking building. H messes up his wheels so he can't make the jump, so it's just Wade and Artemis pushing forward. Just as Wade's about to make it to the finish line, Kong uses his 80-inch vert and jumps right on the track, so Wade had to hit the brakes. Artemis comes from behind trying to make the leap, but Wade yanks her off the bike, because if he didn't, yeah, she would have been a
Finger licking good special.
Kong destroys Artemis's bike, but they head back to H's spot, and of course he fixes it. This guy literally builds, upgrades, repairs everything. Wade, where the hell are my gloves? Shit, I gotta go. So yeah, in the real world, Wade's life ain't exactly sunshines and rainbows. His parents are gone, so now he's stuck living with his aunt and her boyfriend. And this guy is basically Trevor from GTA. Like, he lost all the house money on OASIS and tries to blame Wade for it. You were never gonna win that game anyway. Nah, he really knocked him to the ground. I can't lie, I felt bad for Wade. They were really abusing him. They really had this guy sleeping on top of a washing machine like it's a twin bed. And not even when it's off. The thing's running. Like, how are you supposed to sleep with that thing rumbling under you like that? Anyways, the next day, Wade heads to Holiday Journals. Basically this giant archive full of everything Holiday ever said, did, or watched. It's where Gunters go to study the man's every move. Wade's watching this old recording of Holiday in a meeting with his old business partner. And this dude's trying to add rules to the OASIS. But Holiday wasn't about that life. He hated rules. He wanted total freedom in the game. Then Holiday says something random like, sometimes you gotta go backwards to move forward. And that's when it clicks for Wade. Brody's been hunting clues for years, and now he just realizes this might have been the biggest hint of them all. So Wade pulls up to the race again, but this time he's thinking different. The race starts and everyone hits the gas, drifting off like it's Fast and the Furious. But Wade, he chills for a sec. Then my guy hits that shit on reverse, and boom, the floor opens up, revealing a secret tunnel that runs right under all the chaos. While everyone's getting wrecked up top, he's cruising smooth straight to the finish line without a single scratch. Whole OASIS goes quiet for a second and boom.
Possible has won the race.
My guy just made history. After years of nobody finding a single clue, this random kid from the stacks cracked it just by literally driving backwards. Coins start raining everywhere, his level shoots up and everyone is spamming W's in the chat. And just like that, he's got the first key. The game has officially changed and the entire OASIS just realized the hunt is back on. So right after that 100k landed in Wade's account, he went shopping. He was out here buying everything. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let me get that. Oh, let me get that too. Bro's like me for real. I don't know how to save, but trust me, I can spend. Wade ends up buying this boot suit, and it's not just any suit. This one lets you feel everything from the outside world. If I had this suit, first thing I'm doing is getting in the ring with Prime Mike Tyson.
Cap.
Aye. Maybe like Mia Khalifa, I heard she has hands. So remember that company that has thousands of workers, IOI? Yeah, their stock dropped hard. Now everyone's asking the same question. How's one broke kid doing better than $1 billion company? So Nolan Sorrento takes it personal. Man puts a bounty on Wade's avatar. He hires this creepy bounty hunter named iRogue, and his job was take out Parzival. Meanwhile, Wade's been Wade. He gives the others a tip on how to beat the race. And next thing you know, Artemis, H, Dato, and Sho all get their keys and their checks too. Now the whole squad up.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Now it's time to figure out the second clue, but it's kinda hard to move around when you're basically famous now. Artemis pulls up disguised as Goro from Mortal Kombat, and nah, she deadass had 4 arms and a whole alien popping out her chest. Like, what the hell is even that? Shit scared the hell out of me the first time though, I can't even lie. I've never really been a fan of aliens. Shout out Wemby though. Anyways, Artemis tells him he needs to start using a disguise, so she gives him these Clark Kent glasses and this tight ass church suit. Now he's completely unrecognizable. The duo head back to holiday journals, running through old memories and clips. This time they stumble on something different, a scene about a date night with Kira, the girl Holiday fell in love with and never actually had the guts to be with. So Artemis tells Wade to meet her at the Distracted Globe, some big ass dance club in Oasis, and everything was calm, but my guy Wade, he was a little way too hyped. Brody was out here trying every fit in the game. Like look, he was even about to rock the Thriller fit. I mean that shit clean, but gang, you doing way too much for a girl you barely know. He kinda giving, stay the fuck away from her. And my guy H had to keep it 100.
Bro, you doing way too much. Like remember, she could be a dude in real life.
But even after H said that, it didn't matter. Wade was in way too deep. So he finally picks his outfit and heads straight to the club. And guess what? The bounty hunter IROC was there too. I mean, we must have a fed, because who the hell dropped his location? So Wade and Artemis hit the dance floor, and this nigga IROC wasn't doing anything but scaring the huzz. So while they're in the dance floor, they're trying to figure out the next clue, which of course had something to do with date night on a dance floor. Wade starts getting jiggy with it, showing off his moves. And I mean, he definitely got his game from Jaden Smith, because he's the only one who pulled a girl from dancing. And I mean, it actually worked, because Artemis started getting close and started touching him. And just like that, not even 10 seconds later, this guy tells her his full government name. Like ain't no way. Even IROC hears the name. And Artemis is just standing there in straight disbelief. And that wasn't even the worst part. To top it off, this nigga says,
I'm in love with you.
I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
like how you gonna fall in love with a digital girl? Like it could be a 300-pound behind that headset. You gonna be rocking up to your first date like,
Sure.
Oh, never mind.
or even worse, what if it's P. Diddy with a bottle of baby oil looking like the Silver Surfer? Like gang, you're getting lost in the sauce. Anyways, they get ambushed by IOI, but Artemis was on her shit. She started dropping bodies left and right, and I can't lie, she's a straight shooter. The soldiers started pressing them heavy. Wade pulls out this Rubik's Cube he bought the other day. He uses it and it rewinds time 60 seconds, just enough for them to escape the mess. After the chaos, Artemis cuts off Wade for putting them in danger and not being careful enough. She tells him how she lost her father to this, and this shit ain't a game. Had Wade sitting there thinking, damn, I really overstepped. Overstepped would have been an understatement, because IROC didn't just snitch, he speed ran the betrayal. Brody gave Wade's real name to Nolan, and IOL found out where he lives, who he is, his shoe size, and his favorite cereal in like 10 seconds. Damn, they were quick. You blink and boom, your whole government file's on Nolan's desk. So Nolan gets his favorite little agent, Finale, to contact Wade, and suddenly my guy's getting an invite to an IOI meeting. They had Wade popping up in the VR like Princess Leia, talking about, help me, Parzival. So now Wade is in the boardroom and Nolan's sitting there acting like he's offering him a scholarship. Bro's talking about a job at IOI like it's some dream opportunity.
Try!
And it's crazy because it's like, why y'all need him? Y'all already got like 20,000 workers in them little cubicles playing Minecraft all day. And this one broke kid from the stacks is the missing piece? Hell nah. Nolan's basically begging him, telling him to join him. They'll give him hella bread, a house, and anything he wants. And you can tell he's desperate. You would think Wade just dropped the cheat code to life. But while Wade's listening to him talk, he already knows the deal. IOI just wants his brain, not him. Nolan offers him a job and a lot of money, but Wade shuts it down instantly. He basically tells Nolan, if Holiday wanted you running things, he would have left it to you. But he didn't. Nolan switches it up quick. Bro was sick of playing the good guy. He straight up drops Wade's address and was like, that little house you live in about to be deleted from existence. And he wasn't talking about the game, he was talking about real life. Wade disconnects immediately and runs straight back to the house, trying to call his auntie. But Trevor picks up and was like, hello? Yeah, don't ever come back to this house. But Wade's trying to tell him to get out the house, but I guess it was too late. RIP auntie. The building almost falls on Wade's head, but them legs kicked in and he ran out the way. Now I would think Wade Watts is dead, so Parzival in Oasis wouldn't be a problem. But that's why you always make sure you get the kill confirmed. Wade runs back to the van, logs in and quickly tries to warn Daito, Sho, H and Artemis. But this bold ass man pulls up behind him and chokes him out. He really did the Khabib special. Wade wakes up in this underground bunker looking place, thinking IOI finally got him, but nah, he meets Artemis in real life, like actually her. No filter, no avatar, no glowing skin presets. Her real name is Samantha, and Wade's low-key starstruck. This whole time he's been crushing on an avatar, now she's standing right in front of him. Turns out Samantha is part of this rebel group fighting against IOI outside the game. They've been tracking IOI's moves, watching them trying to take over OASIS, and now Wade's basically on their hit list. But lucky they pulled him off the chessboard before IOI could. And my fault for being on Wade's ass earlier, because Artemis is actually bad. I mean, she got the Prince Zuko fire kiss, and she might have started Robert's rebellion, but hey, she cute. So while they're chopping it up, it finally clicks. Samantha pieces the second clue together. Halliday never took the leap. That was the whole message. So they gear up, grab the crew, and head straight back to the journals. They rewind all the way back to November 23 to 27, 2025. Halliday's movie date. The moment he could have shot his shot, but didn't. As soon as they lock that memory, boom, they get teleported straight into The Shining. Yeah, not a cute rom-com, not a superhero movie. Halliday really said, go find love, and threw them into the most traumatizing hotel in cinema history. So they land inside The Shining, and H is already cooked because he's never seen the movie. He's walking around thinking it's just some old hotel. Meanwhile, everyone else is trembling because they know what's coming. They step into the hallways and boom, the twins show up. H trying to be friendly like, hey little girls. And the rest of the group is like, bro, no, don't. Next thing you know, the hallways turn into a bloodbath and H is out here damn near drowning. He falls into this room and now this old lady's trying to chef him up. Mink, mink, mink. Now look at how scared he is. He falls back into the bathtub straight into the snow. And he wasted no time. He got up and started running for his life. What up? What up? What up? But lucky Artemis pulls him out just in time.
Shit, that nigga had me scared, but I held my own. Fuck that.
Meanwhile, the others are piecing up the real clue. Halliday never took the leap with Kira, the girl he loved. So somewhere in this haunted hotel is the moment she did dance. The moment he always wished she took. They were really out here dodging nightmares left and right until they found the ballroom. It was just a bunch of zombies floating and dancing. But it's actually Samantha who solves it. She realizes you're supposed to take the leap, the one Halliday never did. She jumps onto the dance floor and the others get teleported out. Artemis finds Kira and dances with her and the second key is unlocked. Halliday really made them survive a psychological horror just to teach a lesson about shooting your shot. So yeah, if y'all watching this, next time you see that girl you like, just take that shot, cause you miss every shot you don't take. So while the crew is celebrating getting their second key, IOI is over there checking their cameras, logs, and all that corporate spyware they got. And this is where Nolan realizes something ain't adding up. See, after they blew up the stacks, they were sure Wade was gone. But then Parzival logged back in. Not a clone, not a hacked account, the real Parzival. And that instantly tells Nolan something. Wade Watts is still alive. Iowa starts tracing every signal connected to Parzival, and they catch this little tiny data ping, one that definitely didn't come from the stacks. Yeah, they lock it into the exact region Wade's signal is coming from. And next thing you know, IOI pulls up deep, vans, drones, and they swarm the hideout. Wade manages to escape through the back, but Samantha isn't so lucky.
Lock 'em up.
Oh, man.
Lock 'em up.
H pulls up and grabs Wade, and this is where we finally realize the plot twist of the century. He's been gaming with H for like 10 years, thinking his best friend was a dude, but nah, H is actually a dyke. But we in the club, man. Ooh. Yeah, they sprint to the van, but there's an IOI van scanning the whip. Data comes from the back and smacks the drone to the ground. I mean, he had to. That little camera does a lot of damage. They all run inside the van and take off. And while they're catching their breath, we get hit with revelation number 2. Show is a kid. Like, literally a kid. Bro is 11. Little nigga's been talking and fighting in the party chat like he's 35 with back problems. So Wade finally meets his whole crew now in real life. But this just means one thing, they are officially a massive target. So while the crew's speeding off, Samantha wakes up in straight Iowa prison, and they call this the Loyalty Center. This place is basically a 9 to 5 mixed with jail time. You mess up your payments, congrats, you're now working off your debt on a treadmill of sadness. I mean, looking at the cost of living right now, kinda looks like we're heading in that direction anyways. They strip her gear, slap a tracker on her and toss her into this tiny cubicle, like she's clocking in for internal customer service. This company really got folks out here typing for their lives. Anyways, IOI finally pieces together the last challenge. Halliday's final game isn't a riddle, a dungeon, a boss fight, nah. It's a venture on the Atari, the first video game to ever hide an Easter egg. Iowa thinks they decoded the whole thing, so now they got a fat assembled line of workers, thousands deep, taking turns grinding the game like it's a factory chef. Lose? Yeah, you going right under the ice. It was just next up straight after. They're really running an 8-hour gaming shift like it's a federal job. And while that was going on, Nolan and Iroke dropped the dirtiest cheat code known to man. These niggas activate the Orba Versavox, throwing up this giant force field dome around the castle. That thing blocked every single other player from getting even close. They were really not playing by the rules. They really said, we gonna win this by any means. Nah, for real, they told everybody in Oasis, now we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. Wade and Daito pull up on Nolan's virtual office and press him. My guy Daito had the blicky pointed right at Nolan's chest like, talk. And yeah, Nolan folds immediately. He tells them where Samantha is being held and gives them the access code. But here's the twist. They were never in Nolan's real office. Not once. They were still in Oasis. Wade and the crew hacked into Nolan's VR rig right before he logged in. They really snuck into his workspace without even him realizing. After getting the access code, Wade hacks into Artemis's VR set and shows her how to escape, and she makes it out there safe and sound. But right as that was happening, Nolan finally catches on, realizing that he's still in the game. He quickly logs out and tells all his workers. But as soon as he leaves his office, Samantha comes and sneaks into his office, gets back onto the VR and figures out how to deactivate the orb of Zosivox, and bounces out of there before anyone can see her.
You smart, you loyal, you grateful. I appreciate that.
I can't lie, she really be carrying because she be doing the most riskiest things. But anyways, while all that chaos was happening, Wade goes on live. And no, not TikTok live begging for galaxies. He goes on live on the OASIS broadcast. They hacked into the system using Ogden Morrow's admin tech, and now he was out here pulling more views than Kai. He tells every single player what IOI and Nolan are planning to do, and how they were trying to take over the game and never let anyone enjoy it freely. So yeah, after dropping this Captain Irwin level speech, actually maybe like Captain America, H gets back into the lab and activates the Iron Giant. Like, man, she built that thing herself, and if you know, you know. That shit's just tough. So yeah, after their speech, they were just waiting there for a few minutes, and out of nowhere they look into the distance and the entire OASIS lobby rolls into Planet Doom. Like, even Wade was shocked. He thought maybe 10 or 20 players would show up. Nah, it was hundreds of thousands, fully geared and ready for war.
Gang, shit ain't looking too good for you.
Get the hell off me. Samantha gets back into the game disguised as an IOI clone, low-key on sneaky mode. She teleports right inside the dome, creeping past the guards like a ghost. Then she hits the system using the override code she figured out in Nolan's office. And yeah, the orb deactivates. The dome comes crashing down, and just like that, the war begins.
First to the key.
Everyone bolts straight to the castle, and man, this shit will be so damn fun. Like, imagine running into battle alongside Ryu and Chun-Li. Straight gas. Like, nah, for real, I'll be out here taking everybody out. And Artemis was out here doing hella damage, looking like a one-woman army. Like, look at this. She flips over, grabs his gun, straight to the dome. Hey, you can use this. Thanks. She then climbs on top of this robot, but Wade is on the other side and he doesn't know that's her. So he pulls out the RPG and blows it straight down. But it was calm though, because Artemis falls right into the whip, and she had Wade scared for a second until she pulled the mask off. And then he was like, oh,
it's just the love of my life.
Boy, if you don't get...
Artemis finally tells him the last challenge is playing adventure. So while they were all doing damage on the battlefield, dropping bots left and right, H gives Z a Chucky doll. And man, when he threw that shit on the field, Chucky was giving out straight head taps. Mink, mink, mink. That little nigga was doing serious damage. And don't get it twisted, it wasn't just adults fighting. Like, there were kids in the lobby going crazy as well. We had the Halo Spartans, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, if you weren't at Planet Doom, you were just missing out, because this was literally the biggest lobby of TDM. Get off me. Bow. Now the Iron Giant was really playing football with these clowns.
You're a victim.
Nolan was sick of seeing his soldiers get folded, so he finally jumps in himself. And this man doesn't pick no regular avatar either. This motherfucker pulls out Mega Godzilla. Nah, he wasn't playing around, and I gotta give it to him. He called for that. That shit had everyone terrified, except the Iron Giant. She runs straight at him like a real one, only to get minked right to the jaw, had her ass dropping straight to the ground. This was one of those hits the ref doesn't even bother doing the 10 count. Like, look, you can tell by her eyes. She doesn't know what just happened. Ref, do something. He wasn't done. He started lighting her ass up with straight blue heat. Nah, that's a wild thing to do. Artemis and Wade try to sneak around the chaos, but like, where the hell do y'all think y'all going? Brody turned that whip straight into a write-off. As soon as they get out, Godzilla comes in for the finish, ready to delete them straight off the server. But here's the thing, they must have forgotten. Dido hasn't touched the battlefield yet, and this was his time. He throws on the VR sets and activates the Gregarious 120. And I guess he really did win that challenge earlier. Then he jumps off the chopper like he the main protagonist, transforming into Gundam. Yo, that shit too clean. He lands, blocks Godzilla from stomping on these two, gut checks him, and then pop an uppercut while taking off, knocking him straight to the ground, had him deleting all his players. Tough, but Daito only had 30 seconds before he switched back to his original self. The sword comes out and they start getting active, straight dancing. Daito tries to go for a double kick only to get caught midair and pop, sent flying straight to the dirt. Damn, he gets up quick, blocks the blue flames, tries to go on the offensive, but Godzilla just yanks him across the map. Had bro hanging off the edge like Mufasa. Long live the king. Abort, you only got 10 seconds. Nah, Dada really had to clutch up. Straight Damian Lillard. He rockets straight up, slices Godzilla across the stomach, lands on the rock, then realizes it's now or never. So he shoots even higher, then dives the sword straight into its neck, cutting it straight down. But time runs out, he transforms back midair. All Dada can do was give Noah the finger before getting... See, I gotta give it to him. That kill was cleaner than Jaylen Brown's painted hair. Godzilla then brings out the space finger missiles ready to end show impossible. But just as he's about to shoot, the Iron Giant jumps on his back, pulling him back, had him airballing every rocket. Like what the hell, I ain't know the Iron Giant was a part of the Sneak Nation. H then slaps him in the ear, pulls his head back, gives him a nice two-piece. Mink, mink. But that wasn't enough damage. Godzilla grabs her ass off him, tries a right hook, but the Iron Giant blocks it with a Philly shell. Shout out Floyd. Then she kicks him in the mouth, pulls Artemis out of her back, and you know what time it was. She whips out the blicky, cracks the cockpit glass, then tosses in a holy hand grenade, and boom! Godzilla gets blown into oblivion. But here's the thing, Nolan finally realizes Artemis never left. She's still in the war room. So he starts searching for her, but it's kind of difficult when you got 1,000 employees all rocking the same fit and their face are covered. This is like looking for Waldo in a sea of clones. Meanwhile, Sho and Wade sprint to the castle. They hit the bridge and blow! Iroh blows it up. Nah, this guy's a certified hater. Iroh starts letting her rip, spraying at everybody, even shooting the giant's hand. And Artemis couldn't even help because she ran out of ammo. She used up every bullet in the field. So now the 11-year-old had to put on his big boy boots. Just as Iroh goes to reload, Sho pulls out this ninja star and yeets it across the map.
No!
That thing cut his arm off like butter. I had him letting out a scream of a man who wants to live. Like, look at him trying to grab all the coins, straight panicking. Nah, that nigga just takes off. We pan over and the Iron Giant loses its grip. I mean, 2 fingers wasn't gonna hold 20 tons of metal. H falls into the lava, but RIP to one of the realest robots. Let's have a moment of silence. Wade realizes Artemis is in real life danger. Nolan was closing in, so he tells her he'll finish the game without her. He had to. It was the only way for her to survive. And then he does the hardest thing. He deletes her off the game. So yeah, Artemis gets out the war room just in time. She heads straight to River South to finally link the crew in real life. Meanwhile, the IOI soldiers were closing in on Sho and Wade. So Wade pulls out this wipe grenade that basically deletes every trooper in a 5-mile radius. Straight Thanos snap in a can. Like, look. They finally reach the player grinding the last challenge, Adventure on the Atari. But Wade doesn't want to kill him, he already figured something out. IOI were trying to win the game, but Halliday never designed the challenge to be won. He just wanted people to play.
Yeah! I won!
Yep, down he goes. The real key is hidden in a random dark corner of the maze, and it's not the main objective. But Wade spoke too early because boom, Iroh and Nolan pull up.
Surprise, motherfucker!
They grab Sho and hold him hostage, demanding the keys. And I've now just realized Iroh replaced his arm. Like, who did he rob for that? Davy Jones? And Nolan keeps it real simple. Last chance. I'll give you 50 million in your account right now. I ain't giving you shit. Oh, this little nigga think I'm capping. I'll blow this whole bitch down. I'll rather watch the WNBA for life than ever give you those keys. That's a wild thing to say to someone, especially if they're holding a cataclysm. This shit is basically a digital nuke. If it goes off, nobody survives. Whole server gets wiped. Wade wasn't trying to start this from level 0 again. And even Iroh wasn't on board. You know it's bad when the villain psychic is like,
hey, wait. We do not need to use that.
Nolan looks away for a split second and Wade kicks the cataclysm right off his hand. And that's when Nolan snaps. He starts getting busy. He rushes Wade with a right left body shot, misses the hook, and Wade starts going on the offensive. I see that arm. Block. Blow! I had this guy looking up at the stars. But he wasn't done. He finishes it off with a nice 2-piece. Right, and a knee to the gut. Shit was so hard he felt that shit in real life. Tough. But then Wade remembers something. He remembers who he is. The OASIS is his game. This is my world, little nigga. Oh, he wasn't playing around. He runs right at Nolan, kicks him in the head, spins around, pow to the mouth, spins around, pow again. Then he brings out a goddamn spirit bomb like he unlocked the DBZ badge. Yeah, man. Had Nolan shaking in his chair in real life. But hold up, wait. He does a backflip and kicks him right in the nuts.
A smooth criminal.
Like he couldn't take the pain, he instantly dropped to the ground, holding his peanuts. But then it gets bad because he lands right next to the cataclysm. And remember, he just got smoked earlier by Artemis, so he's still on level 1. He ain't even think twice about it. He grabbed that shit and was like, yo. And boom! He wipes the entire lobby, like literally every single player gone. Even his own soldiers, deleted. The scoreboard wipes itself, names vanish, just coins raining everywhere like some good Fortnite loot. Nolan walks out his office feeling victorious like he just beat the final boss. But here's the twist, one player was still alive, Parzival. Turns out the curator gave him an extra life coin. Remember on that date night? Yeah, it was then. Parzival's name pops back up on the scoreboard, and the entire world locks in to watch him finish the last challenge. Samantha finally links the crew in real life, but while Wade is still playing, IOI drones locate H's van. And y'all know Nolan, bro was not giving up on this game. He grabs the strap and heads straight there. Remember, by any means. Inside the Oasis, Wade finally finds the hidden dot, completes adventure, and beats the challenge. But grabbing the key wasn't as easy. The van was shaking and getting hit in real life, and Wade's character is out here glitching from the chaos. Still, he locks in, pushes through, sticks the 3 keys inside the final door, and it slowly opens to the room holding the golden egg.
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind.
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished.
Fennell jumps onto the back like she's Dom Toretto and she blasts the door open. She tries to shoot Wade, but Dido kicks the gun out of her hand and they just start throwing hands, straight dancing. Even Wade took off his headset, was like, damn, y'all really scrappy for real. They start jumping her and Sho grabs a fire extinguisher and yeets it right at her chest. Then Wade swings around and kicks her out the door, had her hitting the ground like a damn bowling pin. She ain't stand a chance. Back in Oasis, Holiday pulls out a contract and tells Wade to sign it. This was to get full access and become the new owner. But right before signing, Wade realizes something. That was Holiday's biggest mistake in real life. When Morrow signed over his shares in Gregarious, that's when everything fell apart. So this contract, just another test. And yeah, Wade was right. Holiday finally now knows he's giving the Oasis to someone actually worthy. They teleport to Holiday's childhood home. Holiday shows him the red button that can delete Oasis forever, and then he shows him through his old room. Meanwhile, H finally reaches the stacks in real life. The whole hood tries to stop him, but then he pulls out a pistol. Ain't nobody bulletproof in the real world, so they let him through immediately. Wade finally gets the real golden egg, and Nolan shows up just in time, but he doesn't even fight it. It was too late. He just had to watch and enjoy the moment. The police roll up and arrest Nolan, which is crazy because where were the police when he blew up the whole building? But hey, better late than never, I guess. Wade shares the ownership of Oasis with his entire crew. He kisses Artemis because he wasn't trying to fumble like Holiday did, and Ogden Morrow pulls up, confirming Holiday's biggest regret was losing his only friend. But as the new owner, Wade made new rules. No giant corporations controlling the game, and Oasis has to close 2 days a week because people still gotta live in the real world. But hey, remember, you see that girl you like? Just shoot that shot. Alright, I'm out, y'all.